सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् बाहुद्वन्द्वेन रत्नोज्ज्वलवलय भृता शोणपाणिप्रवाळेनोपाता वेणुनाळी प्रसृतनखमयूखाङ्गुली संगशारा कृत्वा वक्त्रारविन्दे सुमधुरविकसद् रागमुद्भाव्य मानैः शब्दब्रह्मामृतैः त्वं शिशिरितभुवनैः सिञ्च मे कर्णवीथि.
Guru Pavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. We have seen how Krishna was able to easily vanquish the elephant called Kuvalaya Pida. Following this is his duel with the Mallaveeras called Mushtika and Chanura. This is where Bhaṭṭatiri says, Chanuro Mallaveerastadanu Nripagira Mushtiko Mushtishali Tvam Ramam Chabhipede Jhata Jhatiti Mitho Mushtipatati Ruksham Utpata Patana Karshana Vividha Dharanyasatam Tatra Chitram Mrityoho Prageva Malla Prabhura Gamadayam Bhurisho Bandhamokshan Tadanu Nripagira, thereby by receiving Kamsa's order. So Kamsa had given a certain order. That time, Chanuraha Mallaviraha. There was a great Mallavira. Mallavira means the one who is very good in wrestling. So he was called Chanuraha, who is a Mallaviraha. Mushtikaha Mushtishali. So one is very good with the hands. So the other one is very good with the fists. So Mushti Shali. So this is called a Mushti. So one who's, these days we call it boxing, right? So here this is a Mushti Shali. This one is a wrestler because he's using his arms and his hands. So Chanuraha Mallaviraha, Mushtikaha Mushti Shali. Abhipede Tvam Ramam Cha. So both of them confronted you, Krishna, and your brother Balarama. Tataha asatam mithaha mushtipata atiruksham jhata jhatiti. Sounds such as jhata jhata, jhata jhata were heard. So when they were fighting, asatam mithaha mushtipata atiruksham, when they were wrestling, I'm just giving you that effect. The other one is hitting, giving it a pouch, giving it a bit with the fist. So all these kind of sounds were released. Jhata jhatiti, utpata apadana akarshana vividharanani. Vividharanani, various types of acts were displayed, like utpata, apadana, akarshana, pushing somebody down, lifting somebody up, then embracing one and releasing the other. So all these kinds of acts were displayed. Utpata, apatana, akarshana, vividharanani. Tatra, I am Mallaha Prabhu. In the due course, the wrestling champion, who is Chanura, Agamat Bhurishaha Bandhamokshan. What did Krishna do? He would hold him tight at once, that Mushtika, and release him. So even before attaining moksham, Chanura knew very well, Mushtika and Chanura, they knew very well how release, holding somebody bondage and release will look like, because Krishna is giving them a display. So he says, Agamat Bhurishaha Bandha Mokshan Prakeva Mrityoho Chitram. Prakeva, even before attaining, he got to know Chitram. What a surprising thing he is getting to see, says Bhaṭṭatiri. Then he continues, Hadik Kashtam Kumarau Sulalita Vapushau Mallavirau Kathorau Nadrakshamo Vrajastvam Tvaritamiti Jane Bhashamane Tadanim Chanuram Tam Karod Brahmana Vilagadasum Pothayamasitorvyam Pishto Bhun Mushtikopi Drutamatha Halina Nashtashishtair Kumarau Sulalita Vapushau. Those two boys having a very fine bodies, both Balarama and Krishna, tender body, Sulalita. You can call it very, very tender. Mallavirau, Kathorau. On the other side are Mushtika and Chanura, these wrestling champions whose bodies were very tight, very strong. Hadik Kashtam. Oh, what a pity, what a pity. These two tender-bodied boys are fighting those strong champions. Vayam na drakshyamaha. Oh, we cannot see this, we cannot withstand this. These two young boys facing those two hard bodies. People were commenting, Tvaritam vrajamaha. Let us leave quickly. Why should we see all this disaster in front of us? Tvaritam vrajamaha. Tvaritam, go fast. Let us leave this place. Iti jane bhashamane sati. As people were talking, tadanim tvam pothayamasitha. At that point in time, so they all knew what the outcome will be. They were very depressed, looking at these two boys being attacked by these two mallas. As they were making arrangements to leave, at that point in time, Tadanim Tvam Potayamasitha. At that point in time, hey Krishna, you threw him down. Urvyam ta Chanuram. Chanura fell down. Kara Udbrahmana Vilagadasum. And then Krishna held and went on a whirl like Sudarshana Chakra. He went around carrying that body at that point in time with your hands. Atha Mushtikaha api. So Chanura was handled by Krishna. Mushtika was handled by Balarama. So Atha Mushtikaha api Abhut Pishtaha Drutam Halina was crushed by Balarama. Tada Nashta Sishtaihi Dadhavecha. And the rest of them, they all immediately they left out and ran away too. So the others who wanted to come in support of these wrestling champions couldn't see this. They were petrified and they all ran. Dadhavecha. Then Bhaṭṭatiri continues, Kamsaha Samvarya Turyam Kalamatiravidan Karyamaryan Pitrumstan Ahantum Vyaptamurte Stavaja Samashishas Duramutsaranaya Rushto Dushtokti Garuda Ivagirim Mancha Manchanudanchat Khadgavya Valgu Sanga Grahamapicha Hathat Pragrahi Raugrasenim Kalamati Kamsaha. That particular evil-minded Kamsa, Avidanne Karyam Sambarya Turyam, not knowing what to do, stopping the drums. Samashishat Ahantum Tam, gave orders for all of them to be killed. So he gave orders. Samashishat Ahantum Tam Aryana Pitrana Utsaranaya Cha, by venerable elders and parents while they were looking, and Duram Tava Vyaptamurtehe, and looking at you who's all pervading, Vyaptamurtehe, Rushtaha Dushtoktivihi Tvam Anchan, angered by those wicked words. What a thought to always keep telling people, kill, kill, kill. Looking at this attitude of Kamsa, Rushtaha Dushtoktibihi Tvam Anchan, you leaping forward, Mancham Garudaha Girim, like Garuda on a mountain top. There is no presence of Garuda here. Like how Garuda will go and sit on a mountain top, in that speed Krishna went and sat on Kamsa. So Kamsa is akin to that mountain. pragrahihi hatat tam Ugrasenim, and with that determination, that son of Ugrasena, who is here, Api Udanchat Khadga Vyavalga Dussangraham Cha. And though he was raising his hands to fight back, that particular son of Ugrasena, that particular tyrant, was to be controlled and handled. And Krishna just did that. Bhaṭṭatiri continues, Sadyo nishpishta sandhim bhuvi narapatimaapatya tasyoparishtat tvayapatye tadaiva twadupari patita nakinam pushpavrishtihi kim brūmastadanim satatamapi bhiyat tvadgatatma sabheje sayujyam tvadvadhotha paramiyam vasana kalanemehe. Sadhyaha nishpishta sandhim. After shattering all the joints of Kamsa, apatya narapatim bhuvi, hurling that particular king on the ground, tvayi apatye, when you two jumped, uparishtat, over him, tasya tadayeva patita, thereby because of you falling on him, he was killed. Twadupari pushpavrishtihi nakinam. The devas from the upper world, celestial worlds, they started showering flowers on you. Twadupari pushpavrishtihi. Now, Bhaṭṭatiri looks at Krishna and says, Hey Parama, the one who is the supreme, Vayam kim bhrūmaha. What can we say? What can poets and bhaktas like me say? Tadanim saha api Tvadgatatma, thereby the mind completely being engrossed in you, satatam bhiya, all the time out of fear. Thereby, bheje sayujyam, attained liberation by union with you. So, with you, a certain state was reached. Now, we do not know whether it is moksham or mukti. Mukti just from the body, or moksham, from which there is no return, because there is a subtle difference between the two. So let us now keep it as liberation for now. So satatam bhiya bheje sayujyam sa-iyam. The reason for this, bhavita vasana param, is that vasana alone. What is that vasana? Always remembrance of you. So Andal, the mystic saint poetess in the Tamil language, says, Kanjan vayittril neruppenna ninja nedumale. So that fear factor in Kamsa, that he will die at the hands of the boy, made him always think of Krishna. So bhavati vasana param tvadvadotha kalanemehe, arising out of the killing of Kalanemi. So there has been a continuation of that vasana from his previous birth as Kalanemi to Kamsa. So that is what is mentioned here. Tadbhratrirnashtapishtva drutamath pitarau sannamannugrasenam krutva rajanamuchairyadukulamakhilam modayan kamadanaihi bhaktanam uttamam cha uddhavam amaraguror aptanitim sakhayam labdhva tushto nagaryam pavanapurapate rundhime sarvarogan atha drutam pishtva ashta tadbhratran. After killing 8 of his brothers, sannaman pitarau, paying obeisance to your parents, who's Devaki and Vasudeva, krutva ugrasenam rajanam. The kingdom cannot remain without a king. So there has to be a Raja. So there will be Arajakam otherwise. So he made Ugrasena the king, Uchaihi, Modayan, Akhilam, Yadukulam, and making the entire clan of Yadukulam extremely happy, because they were finally relieved of this particular cruel king. Kamadanaihi chalabdva, by fulfilling their desires and having got Sakhayam Uddhavam Uttamam Bhaktanam, And after having received Uddhava, the greatest amongst devotees, as your friends, Uttamam Bhaktanam, Uddhavam Sakhayam. Now he became your best friend. What did he do? Where does this Uddhava come from? Apta Nitim Amara Guroho. He had learnt all the Niti Shastram from Amara Guroho, who's Brihaspati. Basan Tushtaha Nagaryam, entered the city of Mathura, thereby, He Pavanapurapate, that Krishna who made friends with Uddhava, that Krishna who entered Mathura that day, that Krishna was indeed brought to this city of Guruvayur by that Uddhava. He Pavanapurapate, He Krishna, Rundhime Sarvarogan, won't you be able to take away all my ailments? Bhaṭṭatiri requests Krishna in this Dashakam.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते. नारायण 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 नारायण